Hello, Crimson Warriors and readers. Admin Sophia here, and here with another video of politics, and this time it is about Lycan Politics. Dun 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 dun. Yes, Lycan Politics is a little bit different because the mindset is kind of divided into two, I would say, because not all Lycans think alike. Like, the leader definitely does not think like every single Lycan out there. The Lycans, for the turned ones, they are obviously were originally human, so they have more human, like, the way they think, I guess. Their mindset is more human and everything, just with some boost up, with their body being boosted up and energized with their whole Lycan self and everything. So obviously, they're more open, to anything, to more possibilities out there for them. Now, the purebloods, though, man, this one you gotta understand that purebloods are less likely to want to be around turned. Not that there's anything wrong with being turned, there's nothing, but they are more likely to keep to lineage, and like who's ever stronger is because of their strong lineage, which, well, obviously lineage is an important part, but is not the main factor of who's more powerful. Obviously that comes with age and obviously power itself, but lineage is actually really important to purebloods, like to be able to trace their pretty much family back, and and for Lycans, they're all about family. It's all about family for them, about their pack. Their pack is their family, whether it's like, turned ones, like everyone, you will hardly ever see lone wolves, kind of, because wolves are on here on Crimson War are generally pack related, and they always are maybe drawn to a pack, but it is not saying that there aren't lone wolves, because we obviously know that there's at least one lone wolf on there. But for the most part, wolves like to stay in packs, like this, whether they're born family or if they're mixed match kind of family. Now, how they see the world, that's quite simple. They have no problems, I guess, with humans. They just feel that, humans are there. It's just part of life. It's like a deer being in a forest. They're just there. It's just meant how they're meant to be and stuff like that. And that's just how Lycans see the humans, as if they're pretty much just part of nature, part of the life. But however, the Lycans with the, like, vampires are extremely opposed for the most part. Maybe a lot of the newer turned Lycans are more for peace. I did say that in the human one, that there was human. We have Lycans that were for the peace, but for the most part, they're against the vampires, and they want to annihilate the vampires, and they want to destroy the vampires. They don't really see a peace at all with the vampires, and how they perceive the world with the witches. With the ones that remember the witches for back when, they, for the most part, they don't really know I guess they really, are more like one another, because there are animalistic witches, but it doesn't mean that they cannot be a threat to the Lycans, and they will probably be cautious in their approach to the to the witches, because, you know, obviously they can be their own threat, though I don't see there being any future conflict. I could be wrong, because, you know, everything can change with time. But I really don't see any conflict with that, because they're both, I guess, of nature. Because wolves are more like, can, are like mostly form in packs. You know, they nature is more one of their things that they, because they are prone to hunt and all that other kind of stuff. So they are part of nature in its own way. And then the witches are, a lot of them are from nature. A lot of them are, you know, slightly out of whack from nature, I guess. But for the most part, they, you know, they can get along. So I really don't know if there is going to be, you know, any conflict between them two. How they live in it, it's pretty simple. They stay, like I said, they stay in packs and stuff like that. But one thing to be clear is that, you know, they're very territorial, and they're very, if they feel that the territory, family, or anything is threatened, they will. That's what causes most of the battles with Lycans, is if their territory is threatened. I mean, I'm not saying that battles aren't, that they didn't start battles by doing raids and stuff, but majority is because their territory. Because as animalistic as they are, they're very territorial and will treat anybody who threatens family, land, or anything that's their territory as a threat and everything. Their plans, like I said, they plans to, you know, destroy the vampires. But other than that, I don't see that, other than destroying the vampires, they have no other agenda at all. And for those living in it, they're free to let the others live as long as they are not threatened. So if you have, like, far as I know, that's the most of what I can think of. If Lycans, if you have any extra questions to ask me about the Lycans, please do not hesitate to contact me, Admin Sophia. You can like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And I hope you have a marvelous day. Alright.